I thought I'm going to do a quick video on the tools I used to work on my Mini. Probably the most important part is this ratchet, half-inch ratchet with a set of sockets. And there is also a socket to remove a drive shaft nut, 32mm. So this is what I needed to do to buy extra. Another half-inch tool that is absolutely necessary to work on suspensions is sort of like breaker bar, half-inch breaker bar. Don't even try to do it without being able to use it. I also used a 3/8 of an inch ratchet with some sockets, and that was mainly for the hex key that I have here. Some of the suspension components and some of the car parts require this. Another set of hex keys here. It's just a normal ones without the ratchet. I would rather have a longer ratcheted ones. Obviously combination spanners, the whole set, and for the bigger, it's a shame that it's not ratcheted. I just have one ratchet spanner. I wish I'd had a whole set of them. And then for anything else, it's adjustable wrench. That is quite handy. Then to remove drive shaft from the gearbox on the left hand side, you probably need this breaker bars here. This these tools, two different shapes, two different lengths. I think useful. It's going to be lost or lots of rust, so having plenty of wire brushes is useful, as well as some form of abrasive disc to clean bigger areas on the car with the angle grinder, and then also drill with some attachments to get the rust off the components. Then from the outer lower joint, this is a joint extractor here that I used, and then obviously to work on MacPherson strut you need a spring compressor. You can see this being used in the video. And then fluids, you'll use a lot of brake cleaner and WD-40 for all stock components. So these are quite obvious tools. Oh, I forgot about compressed air here. That goes to my compressor. Some other tools that I couldn't do this work without is this set, obviously, to remove control arm bushing. Then we have this terribly useful set of keys and sockets. I really have no idea what do they mean by that, but basically what it is, there's the set of sockets in different sizes with 21mm top, so you can basically put this on top of the screw. This is 21mm that goes on top of the screw in the MacPherson strut, and then you can feed a hex key that is also in the set. Number 7 is for the Mini. That's a different one, but that's number 7 is also here. You can feed through that, and then basically you can lock the center of the strut, the piston of the strut, and rotate the nut at the same time. That is very, very useful. And there is also special ratchet for this for the sockets in the set. You have different tools that feed through the center of that. So there is some star, there is some sort of like special shapes. I guess it's for different, depending on the manufacturer and the McPherson. So that's useful. For everything you do, you need a torque wrench. That's a 1/2 inch. I also have 3/8 inch. That's just normal one. It's quite accurate, actually. I'm surprised how accurate it is. Always remember to remove the tension after your work is done. But this time I also used the digital torque adapter. That's 1/2 inch, and basically it shows you the torque here on the display. So it just confirms that what you do is accurate. So these are torque wrenches. And then for difficult bolts, here it is impact wrench. I didn't use impact wrench that much, mostly because I was working, my car was on the stands, not so high above the ground, so it was occasionally very difficult to get this impact wrench to work. But anyway, it is on very stubborn nuts. It's important to have this available. I use impact wrench. It has good torque, good power. And then for anything that is rounded, any nuts or bolts that are rounded, here is this extractor set that I used on the bleeding screw in one of the videos. And this is the tool I made myself. This is to install the drive shaft gearbox seal. Again, you can use a separate movie on that. And finally, this is the tool for the brakes. There's a flooring tool. It is important to use DIN tool on most of the Japanese and European cars. You're going to have a DIN tool, so you need to have a proper die for that, and then a spanner for the brake lines and pipe cutter. And I think that's all. Apart from that, some hammers and other tools that you find basically in any workshop.